Broughan, question 42.
Thanks, Cahir. Look, well, I suppose this question is really a question about the record of performance of your predecessor minister, in other words, of the performance of Minister Bruton. Although, obviously, we're close to major infrastructural centres such as the airport, Dublin Port and so on, our unemployment rates still remain quite high. The Coolock Live Register last month, for example, showed 3,668 people signing on, and just under 600 of those were young workers under 25 years. And on the Kilbarrack Live Register, we had 3,712 people signing on last month, Minister, of which 348 were under 25. So I just wonder, what steps did Minister Bruton take, and you're just taking over this portfolio, particularly in relation to his own constituency, to actually boost our jobs?
Thank you, Deputy.
Thanks, Deputy. I'm taking this question. First of all, can I say that the objective is to ensure that every region achieves economic potential and that benefits the recovery, and it can be felt in every region in Dublin and throughout the country. The statistics I have that significant progress has been made in the overall Dublin region since the National Action Plan for Jobs was launched in 2012, with more than 70,000 additional people back in work in Dublin. And this compares with job losses of 90,000 between 2008 and 2011. The process of rebuilding the capacity of all regions was started with the rollout of the 8, which you're aware of, the 8 regional action plans for jobs during the year. And the action plan for Dublin region was launched last January. And the plan aims to increase employment in the Dublin region by about 10 to 15% over the period up to 2020, resulting in the delivery of an extra 66,000 jobs in that region, in the overall region. And the key sectors targeted as part of the action plan are areas like technology, financial services, life sciences, manufacturing, tourism, and smart cities and creative industries. Can I say to you, Deputy, the plan will be monitored and driven by the implementation committees. I don't know if you're aware of this committee. That was the committees that were set up, comprising of representatives from the enterprise sector as well as local authorities, enterprise agencies and other public bodies in the region. And collaboration between the private and public sector has been a close element, if you like, in the plan's development and will be central to its delivery.
Well, as you know, I mean, you're talking in a region on the new census of 1.4 million. This is a region of 150,000 or so, where the figures I've read out, as you can see, like, and you'd probably appreciate it in Waterford, they're very, very, very high figures. Could you just ask you specifically to look at some of our more traditional industries, the Cadbury Mondelez Ireland plant in Coolock. We had a series of threatened job losses at the plant, and I raised it numerous times again with Minister Bruton in the last Dáil. Now, the last update I received from your department about Cadbury or Mondelez now was in March of this year, to say that Enterprise Ireland was in contact with the company. So I just wondered what has happened on foot of that. They were taken over, as you know, by Kraft first of all, and then by this Mondelez Brazilian, I think, combine. So what's happening in relation to that? Secondly, in the region in which the Dublin Bay North is, obviously we've a lot of logistics companies, transport companies and so on, and I just wonder, I heard the Minister in relation to earlier questions saying that she's taking particular steps in relation to Brexit, but you know, if there has been specifically a look at the whole area of logistics and transport, and you know, how we're going to look after those, given that we'll be dealing with a different regime. And just a final point, I heard the earlier discussion about Deputy Durkin's own about apprenticeships and third level and so on and so forth, and again, it's an area the government, you've said it yourself, we need to urgently...
Deputy, there'll be no time for the next question.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm just under time.
But Deputy, just a number of points. If I could, first of all, regarding the Cadbury's plant, I'm not too familiar with what the latest update is, but I will definitely get that for you within a week and revert back to you. What I would say to you is that I think it's interesting if you go back to the implementation committee and how do they operate, which may help you in the region there. And as I said, it's a collaboration between enterprise, public service groups, and it's led by Caroline Keeling, Chief Executive of Keeling's, Ronan Harrison Google as Vice Chair. But what I would say to you, Deputy, is that you yourself, who would be very familiar in the area and well known in the area, if you feel that there are groupings of people that we should meet in the department to maybe have a look at exactly how your region is affected. There's no point in I dishing out now 10 pages of statistics to you in the particular areas and so on. There would be no problem with you meeting our department, bring in interested bodies, and maybe in September or during August or whatever, we'd be delighted to both the Minister and myself to meet you and any group that you have in that area to discuss the jobs action plan, the implementation of it, and how best the area can be benefited over the next couple of years.
Thank you, Minister.